Why do you keep waking up at 3 a.m. when the world is silent and dark? Have you ever wondered why your eyes open at that exact hour, your heart beating faster, your mind filled with thoughts you can't control? You might think it's just random insomnia or a bad dream disturbing your sleep. But what if it's so much deeper than that? What if it's not just your body waking you up, but life itself trying to tell you something important? Every time you wake up at 3 a.m., there's a hidden meaning, a secret message calling you towards change. Think about it. This is the hour when everything is still. There are no distractions, no noise, no demands from the world. It's just you and your thoughts, your fears, your dreams, your regrets, and your hopes. You feel uneasy because your subconscious is finally speaking without interruption. It's processing the truths you push aside during the day. It's showing you what your soul already knows. Something in your life is not aligned. Something is waiting to change. Your 3 a.m. wake-up is not an accident. It's an awakening. It's a gentle nudge from life to rise above your old habits, your old mindset, your old comfort zone. You keep waking up because you are ready to grow. You are being prepared for something bigger than what you are living now. It's like life is whispering to you, wake up, listen, feel, you are meant for more than this. The next time you wake up at 3 a.m., don't fight it. Don't roll over and force yourself back to sleep. Instead, sit with it for a moment. Ask yourself, why now? What is life trying to show me? Because these wake-ups aren't disturbing your sleep. They are disturbing your comfort. They are calling you to wake up not just from your night's rest, but from the life you've settled into. Deep down, you know there is a part of you that wants change, that craves purpose, that feels lost in the routine of daily life. That part of you is alive at 3 a.m., unfiltered, unprotected by ego or excuses. This hour is your raw truth, and if you embrace it, if you listen closely, you will find clarity, you will find courage, you will find the next step you've been avoiding. Imagine how powerful it would feel to turn your restless nights into moments of awakening. Imagine how your life could change if you treated these wake-ups as a sacred sign that your destiny is shifting, that your purpose is calling louder than ever. Stay with me till the end, because today you will learn why this hour is a powerful invitation from life itself, and how you can use it to unlock your next level. Your 3 a.m. wake-up is not a curse. It is the start of your transformation. And once you understand its meaning, you will never see these silent hours the same way again. You will rise stronger, clearer, and more unstoppable than ever before. Have you ever felt that strange energy in the air when you wake up at 3 a.m., as if something invisible is sitting beside you, watching you, waiting for you to listen? Many traditions have called this the hour of the soul. Some call it the witching hour, but there is nothing to fear in it. This is the hour when life strips away every distraction so you can hear what you truly need to hear. Your conscious mind may feel restless, your body might feel tired, but your deeper self is fully awake. Your intuition is sharper, your thoughts are clearer, your soul speaks without hesitation. When you wake up at 3 a.m., it's not to scare you, it's to align you, to bring you back to your true path, the path you keep ignoring because of the noise of your daily routine. This hour is not a punishment, it is a gift. A silent, sacred invitation to reconnect with the part of yourself that wants more, that dreams bigger, that feels deeper. At 3 a.m., your mind is free from opinions, expectations, and pressures. It is the only time of day when you can sit with your truth without any masks. Your soul whispers, you were born for something greater. Why are you hiding from it? The fears that appear in these hours are not here to paralyze you. They are here to remind you what you must overcome to step into your purpose. The worries that keep you awake are not your enemies. They are signals pointing towards what needs healing and what needs changing. Your dreams during this hour are not random illusions. They are messages from your subconscious guiding you towards decisions you keep delaying. When you keep waking up at 3 a.m., it means your spirit is ready for a shift. It means your life is about to change in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your intuition is knocking on the door of your consciousness, asking you to pay attention. There is no better time to hear your inner voice than when the world is silent. This is why monks wake before dawn to meditate. This is why ancient wisdom says that the veil between the seen and unseen is thinnest at this hour, because your soul is no longer hidden behind your ego's noise. It is standing in its pure power, telling you to rise, to become, to transform. If you stay with this moment, if you embrace it instead of fearing it, you will start to feel grateful for these wake-ups. You will realize they are moments of deep alignment, moments when life is telling you you are ready. You have always been ready. Now it is time to remember who you really are. You are not here just to survive. You are here to create, to heal, to love deeply, to live a life of meaning. Your 3 a.m. wake-up is the sign that your journey towards that life has already begun, and it starts now. Have you ever wondered why your mind feels so restless at 3 a.m.? Why your heart beats with thoughts that seem louder than during the day? It's because your subconscious knows what your conscious mind refuses to see. Studies have shown that between 3 and 4 a.m., your cortisol levels rise, awakening you with a sense of unease. But this unease is not here to break you. It's here to awaken you. Your mind is processing fears you hide behind busy days and endless tasks. Your body is adjusting to changes its senses, but your thoughts keep resisting. When you wake up at this hour, it is not just your body waking from sleep. It is your soul shaking off layers of doubt, patterns of fear, and illusions of limitation. This wake-up is not an inconvenience. It is an inner alarm clock ringing with purpose, calling out, "Wake up! You can no longer live the way you did yesterday." You feel restless because your life is changing. You may not see it yet, but inside you, beliefs are shifting. Old stories are dissolving. New truths are emerging. This is why it feels unsettling. Growth always feels like chaos before it feels like freedom. Your 3 a.m. wake-up is proof that your soul is preparing you for a new reality. The discomfort you feel is simply your resistance to change. Deep down, there is a version of you waiting to rise, a version no longer controlled by fear, no longer dimmed by insecurity, no longer chained by old wounds. Every night you wake at this hour, that version of you grows stronger. The gap between who you are and who you are meant to be grows smaller. Your subconscious is reorganizing your life from the inside out, clearing out the old so you can step into the new. Instead of fearing these wake-ups, see them as sacred training, training for your courage, training for your purpose, training for the person you were born to become, because the truth is, your fears are not trying to keep you small. They are trying to leave your body. They are trying to free you. Your anxieties at 3 a.m. are your soul's way of saying, let go of what no longer serves you. Release the beliefs that tell you you're not enough. Release the doubts that keep you from acting. Release the pain that keeps you locked in the past. Your future self is knocking on your door at this hour, saying, open up, I am ready to take you higher. This is not a random disturbance. This is a sacred awakening. Every time you wake up at 3 a.m., remember this. You are being called to rise, to leave behind the life you settled for, to walk towards the life you were created for. Feel the fear, but rise anyway. Feel the discomfort, but stand tall anyway. Because every 3 a.m. wake-up is life preparing you to become unstoppable, unbreakable, and deeply aligned with your highest purpose. Have you ever noticed how quiet everything feels at 3 a.m.? How the silence almost roars in your ears, forcing you to hear the thoughts you run from during the day? That silence is not empty, it is full of truth. Full of guidance, full of answers you keep seeking outside yourself. When you wake up at 3 a.m., life is giving you a rare moment to connect deeply with your inner wisdom. This is the hour when your soul speaks clearly, when your intuition is at its strongest. You are not distracted by noise, people, or obligations. You are faced only with yourself, and that is the most powerful meeting you will ever have. In these silent hours, you remember what you truly want. You remember who you are beyond your responsibilities and roles. You remember the dreams you buried under fear and doubt. This is why it feels heavy. This is why you feel emotional, because your soul is reminding you of everything you were born to become. Do not brush these wake-ups aside as insomnia or stress. See them for what they are: sacred invitations to rise into your purpose. When you wake at 3 a.m., you are being given a window into your deeper self. You are being shown the thoughts that limit you, the patterns that drain you, and the fears that block your growth. You are also being shown your deepest desires, the callings that make your heart beat faster, the visions that light a fire in your spirit. Most people ignore these wake-ups, forcing themselves back to sleep, silencing their truth once again. But not you. You are here to listen. You are here to awaken. You are here to rise. These moments are your training ground for strength. They teach you to sit with discomfort without running. They teach you to listen to your fears without letting them define you. They teach you to feel your deepest truths without denying them. Because growth is not about avoiding fear. It is about meeting fear with courage. It is about holding space for your pain without letting it break you. It is about listening to your doubts but choosing to act in faith anyway. Your 3 a.m. wake-ups are preparing you for this. They are forging you into a warrior of your own destiny, someone who does not run from their shadows but uses them as fuel to rise higher. When you wake up at 3 a.m., remind yourself that this is not an interruption. This is a blessing. It is life giving you time to align with your true path. It is the universe preparing your mind, body, and soul for the changes you have prayed for. Embrace these hours with gratitude. Sit with your truth. Feel your emotions fully. Let them guide you to your next step. Because in these silent moments when the world sleeps, you are being reborn into the person you were always meant to be. You are awakening to your highest potential, and nothing will ever be the same again. Have you ever realized that the reason your dreams feel distant is not because they are impossible, but because you keep ignoring the silent call to act on them? Every time you wake up at 3 a.m., it is life handing you a moment to reset your mind, to break free from thoughts that keep you small. This hour strips away every excuse, exposing the raw truth you bury under busyness and distraction. It asks you one simple question: are you ready to become who you were born to be? The pain you feel in these hours is not here to punish you. It is here to wake you up to what you are tolerating, to what you are settling for, to what you are allowing to dim your spirit. That tightness in your chest, that restlessness in your mind, that feeling of emptiness, they are all signals that you are living below your true potential. You know deep down that there is more waiting for you. You can feel it like a pressure under your skin, a fire in your heart that refuses to die out no matter how much you try to silence it with logic or fear. These 3 a.m. wake-ups are here to remind you that you have a choice. You can roll over and go back to sleep, choosing comfort over growth, or you can rise and start listening to the voice that has been calling your name for years, because that voice is your truth, it is your power. It is your freedom, and the more you ignore it, the more painful life becomes, not because life is cruel, but because your soul will never let you stay small when you were born to be great. You are being called to break cycles that have kept generations before you trapped. You are being called to heal wounds that were never your fault but have always been your responsibility to end. You are being called to create a life so powerful that it inspires others to rise with you. This is why you wake up at 3 a.m., because your purpose will not let you sleep through your potential. Your dreams will not let you settle into a life that suffocates them. Your destiny will not remain silent while you live in denial of your own greatness. So the next time your eyes open at 3 a.m. and you feel that rush of thoughts flooding your mind, do not fight it. Breathe, feel it. Let the discomfort teach you. Let the silence empower you. Ask yourself what truths you are running from and what decisions you are avoiding. Because when you start to see these wake-ups as sacred moments of alignment, everything changes. You no longer fear the darkness. You no longer avoid your thoughts. You embrace them as fuel for your rise. This is your moment. This is your hour. And every time it comes, it brings you closer to becoming unstoppable, unbreakable, and fully alive in your true purpose. Have you ever felt that quiet sadness at 3 a.m., the feeling that your life could be so much more but you don't know where to begin? That sadness is not weakness. It is a sign of life within you. It is the part of your spirit that refuses to settle. It is the part of you that remembers your dreams even when your mind forgets them in the chaos of daily survival. When you wake up at 3 a.m., your soul is asking you to pay attention to what truly matters. It is asking you to look beyond your tiredness and see the potential buried beneath your routine. You feel empty because your life is calling for depth. You feel restless because your purpose is asking to be lived. You feel emotional because your heart is tired of hiding behind what is safe. This hour is the doorway to your next level, but it will remain locked until you decide that your growth is more important than your comfort. You keep waking up at this hour because your spirit is tired of your excuses. It knows that you were born to break the limits that surround you. It knows that you are capable of creating a life that feels meaningful, powerful, and free. But first, it needs you to see the truth that your fears are just stories, the truth that your doubts are just shadows, the truth that your pain is just unhealed wisdom waiting to guide you forward. Every time you ignore this wake-up, you push your dreams further away. But every time you sit in the silence and listen, you take one step closer to becoming the person you were created to be. At 3 a.m., your soul speaks a language your busy mind never hears during the day. It tells you about the courage buried beneath your anxiety. It reminds you of the strength hiding behind your tiredness. It shows you glimpses of the life you keep saying you want but never act upon. And in that moment, you have a choice. You can numb it with distractions or surrender to the truth rising within you. You can keep repeating your cycles or decide that you will be the one to break them forever. Because your 3 a.m. wake-ups are not here to torment you. They are here to transform you. They are here to break the chains of fear that keep you stuck in a life that drains your soul. Breathe deeply when you wake at this hour. Feel your heart beating with purpose. Feel your mind clearing away illusions. Feel your spirit awakening to its power. Tell yourself that this hour is not an enemy to fight, but a friend to embrace. Because every time you wake up at 3 a.m., life is asking you to rise above the person you were yesterday and become the person you are meant to be today. This is the hour of your awakening, and it will keep coming until you finally answer its call with courage, clarity, and unstoppable faith in your purpose. Have you ever felt that heavy pressure in your chest at 3 a.m., as if your heart knows there is something you're meant to do but you keep avoiding it? That feeling is not anxiety without purpose. It is your soul waking you up to your power. You keep thinking you are tired because life is hard, but the truth is, you are tired because you are ignoring what sets your spirit on fire. When you wake up at this hour, everything you've been hiding from yourself rises to the surface. All the dreams you placed on hold, all the truths you silenced to please others, all the decisions you avoided out of fear, they come flooding back because your soul will not let you betray yourself forever. This hour is not darkness. It is light that feels overwhelming because you are used to dimming it. You wake up restless because deep down you know you were born to create impact. You were born to live a life that leaves people better than you found them. You were born to rise above your pain and turn it into power, but you cannot do this by sleeping through your purpose. You cannot do this by silencing your intuition every time it asks you to be brave. These 3 a.m. wake-ups are your preparation. They are building you into a person who can hold more wisdom, more courage, and more strength. Every time you face these hours with open eyes, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your fears. You prove to yourself that discomfort will not break you. You prove to yourself that you are ready to carry the dreams placed within you. Imagine how your life would feel if you stopped ignoring these wake-ups and started listening to them. Imagine if instead of rolling over in fear, you sat up in courage and asked yourself, what do I need to let go of? Who do I need to become? What am I ready to create? Because the truth is, your life will never change until you decide to change it. The universe can give you wake-up call after wake-up call, but if you keep choosing fear over faith, nothing will ever feel different. These 3 a.m. hours are not sent to comfort you, they are sent to challenge you. To challenge the lies you believe about yourself, to challenge the habits that keep you small, to challenge the mindset that keeps you repeating what drains you. So when you feel that heaviness again, take a deep breath and tell yourself, this is my moment to awaken. This is my hour to align with who I am becoming. This is the time my soul speaks, and I will listen, because you are not here to live half asleep. You are here to rise fully awake to your dreams, your truth, and your unstoppable purpose. Let this hour remind you that you are destined for more, and every single wake-up is proof that life is ready to take you there if you are brave enough to say yes. Have you ever wondered why your greatest thoughts appear in the silence of 3 a.m., why solutions you could not find all day suddenly become clear in those quiet hours? It is because your mind is free from noise, your soul is free from distractions, and your spirit is open to the truth it carries. In that silence there is no pretending. You cannot lie to yourself about what you feel. You cannot hide behind your daily routines or responsibilities. You are alone with your thoughts, your desires, your fears, and your truth. This is why so many people fear this hour, because it forces them to face what they have ignored. But for you, this hour is a gift. It is a moment where you can meet yourself with honesty, a moment where you can decide that you are done with living in denial of your dreams. A moment where you can hear your intuition speak clearly without the interruptions of the world. This is the hour that builds warriors. It teaches you to be comfortable in your discomfort. It teaches you to find clarity in darkness. It teaches you to stand strong in your purpose when no one is watching or applauding. Because the truth is, growth happens in the silence, not in the spotlight. Transformation happens in the darkness, not in comfort. Success is built in moments no one sees, decisions no one knows you are making, and disciplines no one praises you for. Every time you wake up at 3 a.m. and choose to listen instead of hide, choose to reflect instead of distract, you grow into someone unbreakable. You grow into someone whose faith cannot be shaken by challenges. You grow into someone who leads their life instead of being led by circumstances. Your dreams are waiting for you to stop sleeping on yourself. They are waiting for you to realize that you are the only person who can change your life. That no matter how much advice you seek, books you read, or motivation you consume, nothing changes until you decide to rise. This is why these 3 a.m. wake-ups will not stop until you finally listen, until you finally choose yourself, until you finally decide that you are done living a life that does not align with your soul. Because you were not born to just exist. You were born to create. You were born to lead. You were born to rise above every limitation and become the strongest version of yourself. The next time you feel that deep ache in your chest at 3 a.m., remind yourself it is not pain without purpose. It is your power awakening. It is your intuition aligning you with your true path. It is life showing you that you are ready for change. Do not fight it. Embrace it with gratitude. Sit in the silence and let your soul speak. Because in those moments you are closer to your purpose than you have ever been. You are awakening to the unstoppable force that you truly are. Have you ever felt like your dreams are calling you so loudly in the middle of the night that it almost hurts to ignore them? That is not your imagination. That is not meaningless restlessness. That is your deepest truth breaking through the barriers of fear and resistance you built during the day. In these silent hours, there is no pretending. Your spirit is wide awake, whispering that you are ready for more. It knows that comfort has been keeping you small. It knows that you have been holding yourself back out of fear of failure, rejection, or judgment. But at 3 a.m., none of those fears hold power over you, because in this hour you remember that life is short. You remember that every day you waste in hesitation is a day stolen from your purpose. You remember that one day you will look back and wish you had been braver. When you wake up at 3 a.m., your soul is not asking you to panic about the future. It is asking you to be present with your truth, to feel the ache in your chest and realize it is your spirit craving growth. To feel the heaviness in your mind and realize it is the weight of dreams left unlived. To feel the tightness in your breath and realize it is your body rejecting a life that drains it. These wake-ups are not here to torment you. They are here to guide you. They are here to show you where you are out of alignment, where you are betraying yourself, where you are settling for less when your soul knows you deserve so much more. Every time you ignore these moments, you silence the only voice that will ever lead you home to yourself. You silence the truth that will set you free from cycles of doubt, fear, and regret. But when you choose to listen, everything changes. You begin to see your pain as fuel instead of punishment. You begin to see your restlessness as guidance instead of weakness. You begin to see your fears as reminders of how much you care, how deeply you desire to live fully before your time on this earth is done. These 3 a.m. wake-ups are moments of awakening, moments of clarity, moments of power. They are sacred invitations to rise above the version of yourself that keeps you hidden and step into the version of yourself that leads with courage, faith, and purpose. When you open your eyes in the darkness and choose to stay awake, you prove to life that you are ready, ready to embrace your dreams, ready to let go of your excuses, ready to build a life that reflects the truth of who you are. So the next time you wake at 3 a.m. with your heart pounding and your mind racing, tell yourself, this is my moment. This is my reminder that I am alive for a reason. This is my call to become everything I have always known I can be. Let this hour transform you into the person you were born to become. Have you ever realized that the quietest moments often carry the loudest truths about your life? When you wake up at 3 a.m. with your chest heavy and your mind unable to rest, it is not a random interruption. It is life demanding your attention. It is your spirit refusing to stay silent any longer. You keep searching for clarity in the noise of your daily routine, but true clarity only comes in silence. In this hour, when the world sleeps, your excuses sleep too. Your distractions are gone. There is no social media to scroll, no conversations to hide behind, no tasks to keep you numb. All that remains is your truth standing before you, asking you if you are finally ready to become who you were born to be. This hour strips away every mask you wear. It strips away the stories you tell yourself about why you cannot change. It shows you that your fears are only shadows of your potential. The fears that haunt you are proof of how powerful your dreams are. Because if they didn't matter, you wouldn't feel them so deeply. If they weren't yours to live, you wouldn't think about them every single day. At 3 a.m., the truth becomes clear. You realize that your life is a reflection of the choices you make in silence. The choices to rise or remain the same, the choices to listen or ignore, the choices to build or to delay, and in these hours you are given a chance to choose again, to create again, to become again. Your dreams are not here to torture you with what you don't have. They are here to remind you of who you really are. They are here to show you what is possible if you stop doubting yourself. They are here to awaken the warrior within you who knows that comfort is the real danger. Because staying in comfort kills your spirit slowly. It keeps you breathing, but never truly alive. When you wake up at 3 a.m. and feel that ache in your chest, it is your spirit telling you there is more. More life to live, more people to impact, more dreams to build, more strength to awaken, more purpose to embody. You may feel tired, but it is not the tiredness of the body. It is the exhaustion of your soul craving alignment. Craving the moment you finally say yes to your truth. Craving the freedom that comes when you choose courage over fear. Craving the peace that comes when you choose authenticity over approval. The next time you wake up in this sacred hour, place your hand on your chest and remind yourself that this is your moment of rebirth. This is your reminder that you are still here for a reason. This is your proof that life still has dreams for you to fulfill. Let this hour build you into someone unbreakable, unshakable, unstoppable, because that is who you truly are beneath the fears you carry. Have you ever felt that silent whisper at 3 a.m. telling you that life is waiting for you to rise? It is not an illusion, it is not random anxiety, it is your intuition shaking you awake, reminding you that you are wasting precious time doubting yourself, reminding you that every moment you spend questioning your worth is a moment stolen from your purpose. In that silent hour, when you can hear your own breath and feel your heart beating with urgency, you are closest to the truth of who you are. You are closest to the voice that guides you beyond your fears and failures. This is the hour where your illusions dissolve and your reality stands bare before you, asking you to choose courage or comfort, growth or excuses, freedom or fear. When you wake up in darkness and feel that ache in your chest, it is the part of you that knows you were born for more. It is the part of you that sees the gap between your potential and your current reality. That ache is not weakness, it is power calling you back home to yourself. It is purpose reminding you it still exists within you, no matter how long you have ignored it. Most people wake up at 3 a.m. and roll over, trying to force themselves back into sleep, back into numbness, back into denial. But you are not here to sleep through your life. You are here to awaken fully. You are here to break the patterns that keep you silent and small. You are here to let your life become a reflection of your truest self. Every great change begins in silence. Every powerful decision is made alone. Every transformation starts with a single choice to no longer betray your dreams. This hour is your opportunity to stand with yourself when no one is watching, to strengthen your mind, to command your fears to step aside. You do not need permission to begin. You do not need validation to rise. You only need a decision, rooted in truth and watered by discipline. The next time you wake at 3 a.m., sit up and feel your breath, feel your pulse, feel your existence. Remind yourself that your life is not an accident, your dreams are not delusions, your desires are not foolish, they are blueprints of what is possible for you if you dare to listen and act. Let this hour remind you that time waits for no one. Let it awaken urgency in your bones, courage in your heart, and clarity in your mind. You were not given this vision to keep it buried, you were given it to build it into reality. Do not waste these wake-ups by ignoring their purpose. Rise in your spirit even if your body feels tired. Choose to stand in your truth even if your fears scream louder. Because every time you choose courage at 3 a.m., you become the person your dreams are waiting for. Let this hour forge you into someone who cannot be broken. Let it awaken your greatness.